What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. You're watching Cinema Buzz on KCYP 97 The City, 97.7 The City, where we talk about the amazing world of movies and everything in between. So today it's going to be a little bit different. We're not going to talk about any movie news. I have not watched any new movies to tell you guys about. We have a very special guest today, Hermino Mendez. Hermino is actually a McAllen native, but he's based in the city of Austin. He's a filmmaker. He just recently graduated from UT Austin with a bachelor's in radio, television, and film with a minor in studio art from the Moody College of Communications. Hermino is currently in production of his new short film, The Dream Watch. In a surreal and whimsical neighborhood caught between nostalgia and deterioration, the neighborhood watch leader discovers that the heart of their world, garden gnomes, are vanishing, and a mysterious red door is being slowly erased by the colorless influence of the Homeowners Association, led by a figure from his past. So, Hermino, this sounds really interesting. So, to preface, Hermino and I have known each other for quite a while. We were in orchestra together. We both do stop motion animation. He has a really cool YouTube channel. He's that Mendes guy on YouTube. He posts a lot of really great work. His own original stories. It's awesome. So definitely check him out on YouTube. So you've told me about this movie some 3 years ago, something about garden gnomes, that you want to make it like a neighborhood watch kind of movie.
Yeah.
So basically, for my first question, at what point within the 2 years that you've been coming up with this idea, at what point did you decide, I finally want to make this a movie? You got production rolling.
Oh man. Yeah, it's been a long time that this has been kind of in the works, because there was always the idea of a neighborhood watch is going after these magical threats and such. But I think what really pushed me was that I just wanted to be able to graduate knowing that I made my own thing, my own directorial debut.
Yeah. So you've been a student for about 4 years at UT. You've been moving in and out of different co-ops, dorms. You had different shared living situations, both in LA and Austin. So were those living experiences sort of serve as an inspiration to when you wanted to create something surrounding the Homeowners Association?
This is a good question. Wow. I think a lot of it comes more from just my upbringing and being in this neighborhood that I live in. I mean, we live 2 blocks away from each other.
Yeah.
So you kind of know my neighborhood is kind of nice. It's not. It's it's nice. It's modern. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think just growing up, there was always growing up, there was a neighborhood watch, which isn't unusual, but also was a bit unusual, especially for the demographic that lived there. And that it was always just so distinct to me, because I never knew anybody else who had a neighborhood watch. And I think that always stuck around with me, plus my imagination.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what led to all of that.
Yeah, because living in the valley, like you said, we live 2 blocks from each other. It can be a hit or miss.
Yeah.
There's some weird things that happen. It just really depends on where you live, but it's not bad. I've been to your house. I mean, it's a nice neighborhood, but anything can happen, especially in the valley.
Yeah.
So just random experiences. Is there any random experience that you kind of wanted to implement into the Dream Watch?
Definitely that red door.
That red door.
Yeah.
What does a red door symbolize?
I just think a red door stands out so much when it comes to any home or any location. I love the idea of a red door in a plain field. That just speaks volumes. And also there's many instances of red door in all my works, I guess. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see there's another red door there. If you go to my childhood, there's a red door there that doesn't exist. Apparently.
Oh.
I don't know. Yeah, so we have a studio downtown.
Yeah.
And I remember distinctly there was and I don't know if I ever told you this, but me and my family used to live there, before it became this.
In the studio?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. And I remember there being a red door there.
Oh, okay.
Photos, and none of my parents remember a red door there.
So the red door is supposed to have just an even deeper connection to you personally.
Yeah. And
not just thematically within the movie, but also with you as well.
Yeah, just represents nostalgia, and that's somewhere you can go back to.
Yeah. So, I mean, the mysterious red door. I mean, that's all the description we get from this. So, is it going to be probably the main point throughout the movie, or is it just sort of on the sideline, or is it up for interpretation for the viewer?
I think a lot of it. I wanted to leave it up to interpretation. So a lot of it is it's not the forefront, But it's definitely like one of the plot points.
Oh, okay.
And kind of like I always love the idea of there being like so much stuff that's overwhelming to like the main character.
Right.
Because I feel like that's kind of how like real life is. Like we have so many different plot lines going on in our lives. So I kind of wanted to mirror that. So he's after like for example, he's after the gnomes, and he's dealing with like neighborhood watch always on his back. He's dealing with the HOA leader. He's dealing with like
multiple side quests.
Yeah, multiple.
You're just trying to balance all of them.
Precisely.
It's crazy. So you have a website, herminomendez.com, where you display all of your work. You've done music videos, you do commercials, and then you also post your narrative work. So when I was looking at your website, on your bio, you mentioned that you want to move the human spirit.
Yes.
So what do you mean by that? Can you delve deeper into what you want to do to move the human spirit with your work?
To inspire and move the human spirit. Yeah. I think I just think the core of storytelling is that the only thing worth writing about is the human heart and conflict in itself, and that's a quote from William Faulkner, something like that. I forgot the author's name, but he's really good. And I think that's the core of all like storytelling and all like media essentially, is that you always want to be able to like just move people and move like the coldest type of people in this world. Like I think a lot of it comes from me growing up and just like knowing people that aren't into like that don't believe like in movies per se or stories, if that makes any sense. Like, I feel like there's kind of the stagnant of like people who aren't into fiction.
Because I mean, like knowing you for a while, you've always had like a really unique perspective when it comes to movies, like just the way you talk about them, like off the camera or just whenever we're texting, you really have like just a unique perspective from like, I would say like the average like moviegoer. Like they'll just watch a movie and be like, oh yeah, this was good and everything, but I'll look at your reviews, you'll tell me about a recent movie that you saw, and like you do really like good deep dives to like where just like whenever I have to listen to you like talk about a movie, like I have to turn my brain on, like I actually have to lock in and understand what you're trying to say. But yeah, and then you bring up like a lot of like themes like hope, bringing out the good in people. It's like you said here, you want to inspire and move the human spirit. So what is there like a movie in specific or like a genre of movies that you really like that fall into your motto?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because I mean, I know you're a really big fan of Superman.
Yeah, I mean, I love Superman. I love superhero movies, but I think like I love like adventure. I'm just trying to think of my top 4 in Letterboxd right now, and that's like
we'll get to that at the end.
Okay.
Can't spoil it.
It's this weird mix of like adventure and like some comedy and like coming of age. I love genre. I love genre mixing. I think I think that's what really like kind of sees that. But the mix of comedy and mix of like adventure. I mean,
your work shows, because like I mentioned in your website. So I was looking at different music videos. The one that you did for the Trips, In Love Again. So that had more of a live action aspect to it, but like it still had fantastical elements because they were wearing like knight's armor, wizard hats and all that, but it was still like very like quirky, but also like in a way like serious. Like I know it's kind of hard to like combine those two like styles, but I think you did it really well. And I think like what you just said, like mixing stuff, it really shows when you did the music video for Lost in Limbo, Jesus Died for Our Sins. Can you walk us through what you did, because you did mixed media stop motion?
That was my first go at mixed media, or paper motion in particular for Lost in Limbo.
How did that idea, like, was that Lost in Limbo's idea, or did they just give you like creative liberty?
I'm trying to remember how I came up with it. I think I just wanted to do some stuff in space, and like, I mean, we could try to think that, but also I was like, what if I just push on to like this, this other world? Paper was like the way to go at. I decided to do paper because I never done paper before, and also just because like it gives this effect of like even more of a retro feeling. Yeah. Because I love the idea of like retro space, and like I think it really helps contribute towards that.
Yeah, I loved it. It just reminds me of it reminded me a lot of Mad TV, the old Mad comics, especially the one from Cartoon Network. I thought that was super cool. What about Lizzie Button? She's Austin local musician that you did a music video for. Yes. So how does did she give you like creative liberty when it came to the music video? How do you collaborate with like other people?
It's awesome, Lizzie Gooden. Yeah, she gives me a ton of creativity, tons of freedom. So I really just pitch stuff by her, and I'm just like, yeah, like here's what we're gonna do and such. And yeah, we have a couple upcoming shoots coming up. We have a couple upcoming shoots.
Yeah,
because she's kind of pivoting towards this like early Disney Channel type branding, and it's gonna be sick. We're gonna do like these. Because typically when Disney stars get older, like you know how they become like super famous in like the paparazzi and like these magazines and such.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do some of that. We're gonna go downtown in Austin and just like
I'm gonna
be fake paparazzi. We're gonna have it come out of this van, this black van, 2 guards and stuff, and just like fake a bunch of stuff like that. Yeah, nice.
So like we've worked on projects together here in the Valley, but you also like you've been living in Austin for 5-6 odd years. What's the difference that you noticed when you're filming here in McAllen and in Austin?
Ooh, I mean, everybody's like so used to stuff being shot around Austin that like, I mean, I could just go anywhere and like just set up my camera.
And nobody's gonna bat an eye. It's just like, oh, it's just another, it's another filmmaker.
And like, I mean, I'd love to do that here more often, right? But also like, I mean, you just get looks here and such.
Yeah.
But also like, you have to highlight like the voice here. It's like there's so many issues going on here in the Valley. And,
yeah.
Like, it has to be heard. So I'd love to do more stuff here in the Valley, particularly, because I think it needs to be done.
So like you started to get more comfortable filming in Austin just because it's just something that would happen in like everyday people's like background. They're just walking, they see a guy with the camera.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
But here in the Valley, it's just a completely different story.
Yeah, and also just like there's just more visually pleasing things in Austin. Like I mean, there's skyscrapers and there's like
oh yeah,
and there's lakes. You know?
Yeah, the lakes and everything. Yeah, Barton Springs over there. There's a lot of good shooting locations there.
And hey, we got South Padre Island.
Yeah, SBI. Don't even get me started on Galveston Beach. Nobody goes there with the camera ever. Oh my god. How are you able to? How are you? Corpus, stay away from Corpus, please, guys. So, how do you manage? How do you manage to balance production of the Dream Watch, and are you working on anything else?
Yeah.
Like while you're making the Dream Watch, like any side work?
Yeah, I got
music videos, commercials.
Yeah, just some stuff for clients, like music videos. Currently editing a music video right now, finishing up some graphic design work, and that's what just pays for the Dream Watch. Essentially, it's kind of just like this. I work till I have the money to pay for Dream Watch, and then Dream Watch takes all that money, and then I go. How are
you able to recruit like people, like producers, crew? Did you have to handle that all on your own? Like looking for actors, camera, everybody behind the line?
No, thankfully I have my producer Gisela, who's been such an incredible help in forming the Dream Watch. And luckily we're still students, so we've done stuff for other students in their films, and so they're happy to help us. We're happy to help them in the future as well. And there's just a lot of stuff that we've done to save costs. Like I have a lot of equipment myself, so that's helped a lot.
Yeah, you also rent out your equipment too.
Yeah,
but it's a good investment. I mean, like you showed me all the lights that you have, the mics. You have a Blackmagic camera. I think everybody wants to get their hands on a Blackmagic, especially here in the Valley. You'd be surprised. I've talked to a couple of people, and like we actually have like 6 Blackmagic cameras at UTRGV.
Oh, what?
I did not know that.
Stay away.
I know. No, okay. I'm gonna try to look for them and see. Yeah.
It's a cool brand.
Can't gatekeep Blackmagic. Just stick with Sony.
No, for real, stick with Sony.
So I know you told me that that you're gonna wrap up filming in July for the Dream Watch. So what's the post-production process gonna be looking like afterwards?
Man, that's a good question.
Is there like a set date for the final day of shooting?
Yeah, we're trying to finish shooting by like July, 3rd week of July, probably.
3rd week of July.
Yeah, and as for post-production, it's just me and Gisela working on it, and then we need to find a visual effects artist because we have a character who's a TV on his head. There needs to be stuff to him at all times. So we got to either figure out how to do that or get somebody to do that, and then we need the composer.
Oh, okay.
Or like a colorist, because music is going to bring this all together.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't even begin to think what you're going to do for the music, because for the images that we have here that you've shown, it's just they're really cool. Like, yeah, like were you obviously you're directing this, but also, from what I understand, you're also a director of photography on this. Like you're behind the camera.
Yes, but yeah. That's where I come from, just like a cinematographer.
Yeah.
Background, so I just felt like it was proper to make this project both mine visually and like acting wise and all other aspects my own.
Yeah, I just can't begin to imagine like how like the music I feel is gonna sound like really ethereal and almost I don't know how to explain it. I guess church-like, but also like with synths in the background, you know? Yeah. I mean, the lighting, a lot of like handcrafted stuff here. I just love it. It looks so homemade, but very, very professionally made. Like if you understand where like I'm coming from.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we're trying to go for this DIY top feel.
Yeah, especially this shot, like where it looks like you guys are in the forest and there's two mirrors.
Oh yeah. So I mean, all thanks to our production design team, led by Francesca.
Oh, really? She's from the Valley. Yes. So Francesca, she's doing an amazing job because holy cow. How are we able to get this shot, the one with the forest and the mirrors?
It's the one with 3 mirrors, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That was actually like our fastest shot ever.
Oh, really?
Because like we did that. Oh man, it was nuts. It was also like our shortest crew because it was literally me and Gisela, and then all our actors and all our extras there.
And
we shot the day before. We started like at 7 p.m. Finished at midnight or before midnight actually.
Yeah.
And then the next day we had that shoot at like 8 a.m. or something. And it was just a quick turnaround time.
Yeah.
It was only me and Gisela doing that because it was gonna be a quick shot.
Okay.
But we just went to the nearby park to do that because there's a park nearby that's like covered in vines and such.
Was it Zilker Park or just some other place?
No, it's just I forget the name of it, but it's like super close to campus and like it's hidden away and like you're just going for it. And yeah, we came across one of our bumps. There was like someone sleeping in a hammock right where we wanted to shoot.
Oh,
so we just
you have to cut the hammock.
We just had to shift like literally like off range where the hammock is. Yeah.
It's so cool, dude. So you've interned at Richard Linklater's film studio, and I remember you showing me a script for. I think it was one of the first couple of drafts of the first Alien movie. I think you told me he does like a collection of like different scripts, like official scripts, for movies. But how was it interning at Richard Linklater's studio? And like, do you have like a specific memory that like you're particularly fond of?
Sure, yeah.
When working over there,
it was awesome. Yeah, our intern had his production office, and it was a blast. It was my first time doing something for like I guess like a really well-known filmmaker's name, right? Because he's iconic.
Yeah.
I mean, he's Boyhood's like number 9.
Yeah, Boyhood.
On New York's top 100 films.
He's also known for School of Rock as well.
Yeah, all these iconic films. And I think like I distinctly remember he was working on Hitman at the time with Glenn Powell. And
oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I was there for when the editors were like putting the timeline together and stuff. We all got
your name's on the credits too, right? I remember it. You showed us. I was like, that's so cool. Your name is on a credit for Richard Linklater movie.
Yeah, and just sitting down in that editing bay and seeing like that film come together is nuts. Yeah, it's insane.
Oh my god. What was the experience like sitting in? Were you able to attend like one of the premieres in Austin?
Yeah, we saw probably. I'm trying to remember. It was like a private screening. Yeah, we got to attend to see the first cut of the movie.
Oh, okay.
Pretty insane. All the crews there. All the crew. Yeah, and all of us got to go to. There.
So nice.
Yeah, it was such a blast seeing the first. It was so cool seeing the first cut and then the last cut of the movie.
So when moving back to the Dream Watch, I mean, obviously you're going to be wrapping up with filming, but what are you planning on doing with the Dream Watch? Are you going to upload it online? Are you going to submit it to festivals? Do you want to look for distributors who are interested in investing into the movie?
Definitely festivals. At least like a year run of festivals all around, like probably Texas.
Yeah. I mean, South by Southwest has to be like on your number 1 list in Texas at least.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, wherever will take us. Yeah, for sure. And yeah, maybe California too. Whatever. Because I'm trying to plan a couple visits there next year.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, anywhere in Texas, probably down here too. If they'll have me.
Yeah, I think it'd be good if I think it would be really good if you were able to screen. Or have a screening here. I know there's different like festivals. I know the South Texas International Film Festival already wrapped up submissions.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, you won't be able to do that. But there's a bunch of like local things going on here. I think Entre does like random random events every now and then.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be really cool. But a screening here in the Valley, I think that would just be perfect,
Yeah, it'd be sick.
just to watch. You know, especially get support from the Valley people.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, showing a lot of just showing love.
Yeah.
So from, sorry about that. So onto your Letterboxd profile.
Oh, okay.
So you started Letterboxd like a while ago, but you haven't really uploaded anything. But then you just recently came back to it.
I literally was off it for like.
I mean,
5 years.
what happened? Like, did you just have like an epiphany, or was like, I want to get back?
Stereotype of Letterboxd user that was obnoxious and would like put the most like artsy films possible as his top.
Yeah.
I wanted to avoid that at all costs. Also because I was a film student, so like
Yeah.
that's all I saw. But I think it was the Minecraft movie that brought me back in.
The Minecraft movie.
I was like, I have to review this. Yeah.
Like Letterboxd has to see what I have to say about this movie.
Yeah, so I came back like around that time, and yeah, I feel like it's actually encouraged me to start watching more movies. But I feel like I hadn't been watching enough movies as I should have been.
Well, I mean, you've been busy because like you had school at the time, you were doing full time, but then you would also do different gigs around campus, outside of campus, just getting work in. Yeah, build up your portfolio. So I mean, you never really had time to to watch movies. I'm sorry.
But now that I'm graduating, it's time. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I mean, looking at like your recent stuff, like you recently saw The Fall, The Babadook, and then you have like another, just like a completely like out of left field jump with 22 Jump Street, and then The Wolf House.
Yes.
So like, do you just decide to watch movies at random, or do you like go based off of recommendations?
Kind of random, yeah. I have like a fake list in my head of movies that are like a priority to watch.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I watched The Babadook, and that was so scary. So I was like, all right, I have to watch something that's going to cleanse my palate for tonight. So I watched 22 Jump Street right afterwards. Also because I've never seen it before.
Yeah. It's like you need something to just kind of like make you feel like you're safe.
Yeah.
From The Babadook. So like, I think 22 Jump Street will save me.
Yeah. I mean, also like I grew up not watching that many movies. So there's a lot of movies I still have to catch up on.
Mm.
Like, just name any movie, and I probably have not seen it. So part of it is balancing, like, oh, those really well-known movies, but also just like more obscure movies. So sort of like, I love more obscure movies.
Yeah.
That's not even me just trying to be like, oh, you know, look at my top 4. There's movies that you hadn't heard of.
Right.
Here. But just me just being like, wow, I feel like these deserve more recognition. And also just like, I love it more.
Yeah, because I mean, here I'm looking at your top 4 right now, and you have Me and Earl and The Dying Girl, The Fall, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and The Science of Sleep. So you and I have talked about The Science of Sleep, how like I wanted to watch it, and then you watched it, you beat me to it. And then another movie which I just like mentioned right now, The Wolf House, and you beat me to that as well. I saw it last night, but you beat me by like a day.
Well, I actually told you about this film.
Yeah, okay, all right. I'll admit that you brought it up first. You win. But I'm still mad that you saw it before me. It was just so hard to find the movie, and then you just told me you found it randomly on Tubi. I was like, how did I miss this? I keep looking everywhere, and it was like right under my nose. But I mean, looking at your top 4, I can just see how like I know what kind of like filmmaker you are, not just as a person, like as a filmmaker. You know, from the set photos that I've seen with the Dream Watch, I know you get me like a little sneak peek at the script, the way you market the movie on Instagram with the Dream Watch Instagram page. I mean, The Science of Sleep, I see like there's a lot of influence. I've seen Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think did you take some inspiration, or did you like some stuff from Everything Everywhere All at Once that you wanted to take in?
All those movies, there's a ton of inspiration.
Yeah,
like I mean, Everything Everywhere, I feel like they have kind of a similar tone. Because Everything Everywhere All at Once is just like it's very like heavy and like heartfelt, but also there's just like a ton of comedy mixed in, and like a ton of adventure too.
Yeah.
Because like and just like some weird surreal aspects to it.
Yeah, it was super weird. I remember watching it and I was like, what? Like they have to do a bunch of like random stuff in order to transfer bodies or to transfer themselves into like another universe.
Yeah, and I love that. And also, I mean, it's random, but also it has meaning.
Yeah. It was a super unique take. I loved it. And what about The Fall? What is that about?
Oh, it's about.
I've never heard of this movie before.
It's so much. It's about this guy that comes back. It's about the stunt actor who has like an injury on set, and like he's basically in this like hospital wing, and there's a little girl there too. And basically, he's telling the story to this girl about like these adventures, and it's all like. Well, I guess I shouldn't spoil it, but yeah, he's just telling her a story, and like it's this super It's this really colorful, well shot film that they shot in like, I'm trying to remember how many locations. Legit like 40 locations or something insane like that.
Oh man.
It was literally just like the director and the actors. And they just travel all around to these different locations. Like every scene is a different location. It's nuts. But yeah, I just love it. It's like I love these stories about just like that have to deal with storytelling. I mean, that's what the Lego movie's about.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what Fall's about.
Just like really into the narratives.
Yeah, building into the narratives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost meta in a way. Yeah.
Yeah. What about Me and Earl and the Dying Girl? I've heard a lot of good stuff about it, but I've just never I've never seen it.
It's so good. It's like I'm trying to remember how people describe it because I've never seen The Fault in Our Stars. But people are like, it's like The Fault in Our Stars.
Yeah.
She did like, or she well, it's like The Fault in Our Stars, but more. I guess
spoilers, y'all.
Silly. Or just silly. Something.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. It has to do with the main character, and he's like this floater in school. Like, he doesn't have a definitive opinion.
Right.
And he also meets this girl who's like dying of cancer, and he has his best friend named Earl, and they're making little films together, and they're like these stop-motion films. So that's what drew me into.
Oh, okay.
And while he's like has this like situationship with this girl who's dying of cancer, and I love the story. Yeah.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
like he's about to go to college and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. What about The Science of Sleep? Because that's a movie that I've also wanted to watch, and you beat me to it.
Yeah.
So what was that like?
It's another crazy movie. It's made by the same director who made Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Okay.
And it's about this guy who's he's like a Latino in France or Paris. I forget which one it was, but which is an insane setting. But I love that setting so much.
Yeah.
And like he dreams, and like his dreams are like this cardboard like DIY type setting. And all this time he's like in this like he meets this girl, and like I don't want to spoil more of it, but it has to deal with basically him like dealing with his 9 to 5 versus like his dreams that he's trying to make sense of.
Yeah.
And like him just trying to make his way through the world.
Because I've seen clips and like stills from the movie. It looks really, really trippy.
Yeah.
Just I know there's like a lot of like handcrafted elements, like they like clouds and stuff. I think there's like a volcano scene. It uses like a lot of practical effects.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's like made for like a stage for like a puppet show.
Yeah, it's sick.
But like that's the backdrop for this movie. I love that. I think that's so cool. So I definitely need to watch it soon. Yeah, I have to.
It's like about you.
About me.
Yeah.
I'll take that as a compliment. I definitely need to watch it. Yeah. And I mean, I can see like from like the other movies you watch too, you take influence, so you implement that into the Dream Watch.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's so cool. So we're gonna have to wrap up. But thanks for coming.
Yeah,
this is really great. Thanks for letting us see. Yeah, for sure. Thanks for letting us know more about the Dream Watch, your experience as a filmmaker in Austin from McAllen. So thank you guys so much for watching the Cinema Buzz on KCYP 97 The City. You can watch the Dream Watch as soon as they wrap up production. We'll definitely keep an eye out on that and let you guys know. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.